Good evening, everybody. Tiffany here with Dragonflyer Studios. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. I am working on my 100-day project, as you guys know, if you've been watching my videos and follow me along. Today is day 74. Volume 3 is almost full and complete. I will be doing another cover here soon for Volume 4. So far we have these three guys. We've got Volume 1, Volume 2, and now Volume 3. And I am so super pleased with the process and progress that I am making with these. They've all turned out wonderfully. I'm really excited to be closing in on the end of the 100-day project this year and to have participated in it. This is my first year, as I've told some of you before. So yeah, let's get started on today's card. So it's day 74. Today's April the 27th. So yeah, we're closing on the end of April. The 100-day challenge will be finished next month in May, and I got a lot of other things creatively growing and brewing. I've been working on this guy here. This is Mr. Sunshine. He is a 4-signature hidden spine junk journal. And I will be doing some how-to videos on how to add stuff to his pages. As you can see, I've already added some things I've been working on, and just being my little creative self. So if you're interested in watching him grow and come to fruition, he will be for sale when he is all set and complete. I hope to have him done by the time summer hits for our school year around here. But for tonight, let's get started on my 100-day project card. I chose this quote. It says, "The art of success is to fail productively." And that is what this whole process for me has been about, is learning that I set out with an idea. Sometimes it's just a color or a quote or something like that. It doesn't always go. Not all of these 100 cards that I will end up making. Do I like all of them? No. Am I proud that I did them all? Yes. Have I gone back and redone things that I don't like? For the most part, no. Unless it's like a messed up gluing or something like that, I'll have a tendency to go back and straighten that. But there's some layouts that I've come up with that I'm just, when I get all said and done, I'm like, ugh, I really don't like that. But that's part of the process. Not everything, I'm learning that I can't do everything perfectly the first time. And oftentimes with myself, that stops me from even starting. And then my craft room goes unused. I don't get to have as much fun. I'm a little more stressed out. And so yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning this whole process as I go. So this is my little scraps bin that I use. I've been digging into it here recently, decorating Mr. Sunshine and whatnot. So today I'm going to dig in here. This has some orange umbrellas with some teal in the sky and maybe a little lavender purple cloud scene going on. So I think I'm going to pull those colors, at least what I can find in here. Now that doesn't necessarily mean I'll use everything that I pull out, because sometimes I get a little carried away and I've dragged too much out. Ooh, see? Ooh, something shiny. I drag a little too much out. Doesn't always fit on a card. Doesn't always go together. But I got to start somewhere, and so you know, part of the fun is starting. And if you're like me, you've got so many scraps going on in your scrap bin that you forget what you have. Like, I didn't know that was in there. That going through it like this from time to time reawakens your brain to what you have saved. These are just the ends of some washi tapes. I really like that peach. It kind of looks like that orange in the umbrellas. So yeah, I'm just gonna sort through my little scraps bin here. Sort with me, if you will, and let's see what we can find to make a beautiful card. And maybe it won't turn out beautiful. Maybe I'll get to the end of it and I'll think it's hideous. But it's the process. It's the process of being active, not only in my craft room, but just in life in general. Trying to be more active in the things that I'm passionate about, rather than just rolling through and going through the motions and whatnot. Alright, I don't really see anything. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. I like to play around with watercolors from time to time, and when I'm all done, or alcohol inks, when I'm all done, if I've created something I like, then great. If not, I chop it up into pieces and And well, it ends up here. Oh, there's some orange. I don't have a lot of orange. I don't work with a lot of orange. I say that, and then there's this big old honking piece. You know what? That might make a good background. Okay, so I'm in the search for some teal. Got some pieces of old map. Oh, excuse me, old map in here. Why is it every time I get on camera I get the hiccups or I start to yawn? What's the deal with that? Sorry, this is what happens when you live action craft with someone. You never know what you're going to get. Is that double-sided? Oh, that is double-sided. That's pretty. Actually, I really like that. That might be my background. Don't know. Getting up into my larger pieces, I have a tendency to use these for journaling cards and envelope tucks and belly bands and things of that nature. So I don't think I see really, there's another yawn. I don't think I really see anything else that I maybe, nope, that's too green, that I want to use. Nope. Alright, so we're going to set this aside and see what we come up with. So we've got this beautiful double-sided, I think it's cardstock. It's definitely not paper. It used to be scrapbook paper, so I think if we use this corner here, that might be really lovely. Yeah. So if we use that corner as our main background piece, let's see where we go from there. How about that? Alright, let me get my cutting tools out. I'm doing much better at keeping my craft room organized. I've put a purchasing block, buying ban, no spend, I don't know what you want to call it, but I've stopped buying stuff. If I find it for free, then that's okay and I can bring it home. Or if people, I have a couple of other crafters for friends, and they bring me scrap fabric and stuff like that. So if they bring me stuff, that's okay to bring home. But for the most part, I've put an end to my own spending, because let me tell you, the craft room is full. And I just don't have any more room. I spent more time organizing than I did crafting, and it was just, well, it was stressing me out. And, you know, what's the point of having a craft room if all it does is stress you out? There's another yawn. I don't know what the deal is. I think maybe I don't breathe enough when I do these videos because I'm constantly talking. Maybe I'll just take a break from talking. How about that? Is everybody okay with a little silence? I actually kind of like that as a trim piece. Like if I flipped it over, maybe we'll work that in here. Okay, so this is a little aged here. If we come in and we do, okay, so hold on. Let me make sure I'm decorating this right. Yep, nope, see what I did there? I turned it. Okay, so this is my front upper left corner that I want to keep. I really don't want to cover up that butterfly though. He's so pretty. Okay, so if I do that, come back in with that. You know what? What if we I'm going to trim this down. This is from my Sprocket printer. So it is a sticker. It's about 2 inches by 3 inches. It's adhesive on the back. I was going to get rid of part of those chairs, but I really think I'm going to keep that part. So we have that. Okay, so what do I have? What did I pick out from over here? I think maybe I could put that on there. Okay, let's scooch that aside. Scooch, it's a word, trust me. And then I think I'm just going to tear this. This is watercolor paper, so it's a little harder to tear. But instead of creating a very symmetrical frame, I think I'm going to do something like that. Yes, yes, I do like that. Layer that behind it. Leave that sticking up. Let's see if I do that. If I create this piece. Okay. If I go much taller on that, it will stick off my card, which is totally fine. I don't care that it does that. I have lots of cards with tags and pulls and buttons and things that hang off the edge or stick off the edge, so I am okay with that. Oh, sorry if I stuck my head in the camera. I get a little into my stuff down here. Okay, so if we bring this here and we run that there, and then we bring this in, just covered that poor butterfly right on up. I did. Poor thing. It's so pretty. Oh well, it happens. I can't go that way too far because of the holes. I have to keep those in mind. So what if we flip this over? No, this way. To protect said butterfly. Okay, so we're gonna revamp this whole idea. There we go. Okay, I like that. We're gonna bring him up top to kind of try and salvage the butterfly somewhat. Nope, if we use this, it's got to go under that edge for sure. Okay, get rid of that. Tell you, sometimes these things fly together, and then sometimes it's a bit of a struggle. I know I haven't been posting every day like I once was, but you know, life takes hold and sometimes dictates what you can and can't get done in a day. And well, I'm sure everybody out there has bills to pay just like I do, and so my job and my work have taken over, and I do what I can. Summertime's coming, my work will slow down. I am in the transportation department, and that's just a fancy way of saying I work with the buses at the bus barn in the school district, and we keep everything rolling. I'm our router, so it's my job to make sure that the buses get where they need to go. And yeah, okay, so that butterfly is probably going to get lost. So unless, what if we turned it here? No, maybe we could do that. And put this in the corner and put this on top and just kind of build a framework for this around the butterfly. I like that idea over there on the edge. If we covered up the butterfly a little bit, you know, no harm, no foul. No big deal. No biggie. So then this could come in here, like so. Yeah. And then this could come in here, like so. Yeah. Oh, look at there. The layers are coming together. See, I think I want that to stick off over that way a little bit. I just got to figure out where I'm going, because then I've got to also determine how I'm going to glue everything down. I think I'm going to put that over the top of it. Very, very archaic in nature, but you know what? That's okay. We're going to go with it. So it's going to go that one, and that one, and then this one goes down first. Okay, let me grab the glue. So I'm using my favorite Scotch Create glue stick, multi-purpose, photo safe. It is permanent. I have yet to have any layers separate on me from using this guy, which has been fabulous. So let's see, I want to glue it with my words facing upwards probably. And we're just going to go right about there with it. Yep. Try not to glue it down to the mat, which I'm going to end up doing because I put too much glue on it. Yeah, you know, life happens. Okay, so we're going to go back in, and you know what? We're just going to take it and we're going to fold it over. How about that? There we go. That gives a unique look to the card, I think. Okay, so this is vellum paper. If you use vellum at all, okay, so rather than me reaching across the camera, let me drag out my glue book. So this is getting very sticky and very rough to work with, so let me show you what I do. I just tear this off. So I've been gluing and gluing and gluing and gluing. So I just tear that page off. Let's try that again. I run my glue stick around the edge of the next page. This is just an old dictionary that I use. I gutted it, used the cover for something else. And so I just do this number here. Oh, don't do that. hang on to your page. And then I just take this guy, I put him glue side down, and I just come in here and I glue him onto the next page. And I've done this several times. It makes the pages a little thicker. Not quite cardstock, but you know, it's a little more pliable. And then I just pull those two off. And I will set that aside. I've punched holes out of these. I've cut things like that out of them. It gives it a little bit thicker texture. Oh, I love that. A little thicker texture than the very papery, very thin dictionary page. And then I'll just start a new glue page on top of that, and I will go from there. So yeah, I'm just going to set this up here. So with my vellum, I always try to make sure and get an even amount of glue stick on whatever part's going to stick, because I have found that if I don't, oh wait, this whole thing's going to stick down. It has a tendency to show up on the other side. So just a little tip from me to you. If you're going to use vellum paper, which I highly suggest you do, because you can see through it. It creates some really cool effects. This one has a green tint to it. So yeah, if you're gonna use vellum, go for it. Be adventurous. Okay, so then we're gonna use this. This is just the end of a piece of, or a roll of rather, washi tape that I have come to the end of. I store my washi tape flat, so when I off roll it, this is the end of the washi tape roll. So I'm just gonna come in here. These are just some decorative scissors. I'm just gonna come in here and give this a little fancy schmanchiness. That's right, fancy schmancy. We are high tech here at the Dragonflyer Studios. We use all the big words. All right, so there's that. So I'm gonna come in here. Now, I know that when I glue this onto my card, this is gonna get holes punched in it, and I'm okay with that. I have definitely learned to keep that in mind while building these cards up. I've in the past, I've ruined some quotes. I've ruined some designs because I'm like, oh, let's just glue everything all the way to the edge, forgetting that I'm going to come back with a hole punch and punch some holes in it. So I'm going to do the wrap here too, rather than cutting these off. I feel like that's a motif we're going with today on this card. We're just going to wrap it all around to the edges. I really love the backing on this one. I will glue it to my lined template, because what I would like to do is eventually take these and turn them into some journaling cards or ephemera for my junk journals. Or I may sell them as is in the little volumes, but I would like to give the ability for whoever buys them to be able to use them as journaling cards. So, okay, so this guy's going to go here. I think that was the plan. And then my quote goes on top of it like so, yes. And then we're going to come back in here and we're going to put this over the top of it. Yes, so what I'm going to do with this guy, just to get rid of the stark whiteness, I'm just distressing the edges of this a little bit with my espresso color. And then I'm going to come in here and separate my sticker, maybe? Question mark with the no fingernail having person. There we go. It works. I did it. Okay. So, I'm just going to try and evenly frame this around on the 3 different sides. Okay. And then we're going to come in here. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no. Don't glue it to the book. It happens. And when that happens, if that should happen, the wonderful thing about using this as a glue pad, if you say this accidentally got attached because there's wet glue on there, the good news is you can just pull this page up and just peel it off of the back of whatever you're working on, and nobody has to know. I mean, how are they going to know, right? Who's going to know? I'm not going to tell them. Are you going to tell them? Because your secret's safe with me, buddy. Okay, so we're just going to smush that down with the ever elusive hand tool here. The hand weight. Okay, so then we're going to come back in with this one, and I think I'm going to do the same thing with it. I'm going to age the edges of it. Don't ask me what this scrap was from. It is beautiful. It was part of a, I don't know what it was a part of. It's been in my scrap bin for too long for me to tell you what it once belonged to. Okay, so there we go. There's that. So I think this is as long as the card. Look at that. Couldn't have lucked out on that any better if I tried. So I'm just going to apply glue to all of this. And the great thing about the Scotch Create glue stick is it does say it's photo safe. So these are actually little mini photographs. It's printed on photo paper. So when I glue over it with this stuff, it's nice to know that it's not going to damage the image that I have printed. I did use an Elmer's glue stick, and sorry Elmer's if you get wind of this, where the glue touched the photograph right there, it started to, I guess, bleed maybe, or fade. I'm not entirely sure what was going on or what was happening. So I really liked this piece. I think I might come back in and add oh yeah, right there. It's a good little accent. So I just ran that across my glue stick, and then I'm just going to come up here and just glue that on. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create myself a little tab. Yep. I'm going to say right about there is where it needs to bend. And then we're just going to come back. I'm going to fold that over. I don't really think it needs to be that long on the back. I'm going to fold that over, run some glue down it, maybe. Run some glue down it. There we go. And then we're just going to fold it back on itself. And I've created a little pull tab for this card. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to come in with the template. We're going to glue this bad boy on the back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this guy over. Make sure. Okay, so top, down, top, down. And I already have this guy predated because, well, I'm me. I wanted to make sure that I had all 75 cards ready to go for the end of this volume, the little journal notebook. So there we go. That's the end of that. Actually, not quite. I like the way the Distressing Ink brings a collage piece like this together. It gives it a somewhat cohesive look. I think anyway, that's my opinion. You might not like it. If you don't like the Distressing Inks, hey, you do you. This is just one way that I do my art. How you do your art, totally up to you. So I am going to come in here with my little hole punch as my supplies go tumbling out of their little cup. Okay, so we're just going to punch maybe one hole there, and one hole there. And there we have it. That is today's card. I think it came together pretty well. All the colors are a little bit subtle than what's in the picture, but that's okay. Remember, the art of success is to fail productively, and I am considering this I don't even know. Anyway, if you like what you've seen and you want to see more of it, please hit that subscribe button, give me a like, give me a share, send this video link on to somebody who may be able to find it useful or maybe just inspirational. And happy crafting, everybody. Until next time, bye.